I mean, like a lot of people, right? A lot of people like having like not a lot of people. The minority of people. This is the veterans basically. They want tier 3 day 1 because like that's the content where it is fun, right? But I mean like for fresh player, tier 1 and tier 2 is also fun. So yeah. But I guess like the veterans get their wishes. And if like a lot of casual players left because of this decision, then well, I guess that's NAEU then. Russia 2.0. But yeah, ring then. So yeah. Okay, let's read the January team update, right? This is team update right now. January team update. So yeah. As we prepare for launch next month, we wanted to spend our January update sharing some new features, important changes we've made alongside Smilegate. Close beta player feedback. Okay. In the coming weeks, we'll be sharing more information on launch details, monetization, and much more. Coming weeks, so the next 2 weeks then, because that's release. So yeah, the biggest reason why I'm pissed so much for taking time choosing my main. Well, you see, that's how it is. Before launch, we'll be sharing a full list of patch notes, but we wanted to share a few planned new features that will be available. Your region close beta allow you to visit Rohandel. Now your region will be open. Yeah, this is like whatever this is the lore behind it, right? Titan region, which is also part of the tier 2 one. And then there is also introduced like a Punika or Papunika as people would know it. This is part of the tier 3 release right there. Papunika is another region that was not included in closed beta that will be available at launch. In addition, new quests and bosses, the release of Punika also means that more late game content will be available at launch, including limited tier 3 content. Limited tier 3 content. So yeah. That would be not Argos. So yeah, Dream is back to hell. Dream is back to hell, yeah, SB. So tier 3 content, tier 3 gear will available at launch as well as core tier 3 dungeons, which is Oreha and Chaos Dungeon, right? So this is basically up until here. So yeah. So it's island to 600, Yorn to 1100. There will be some island that gives you tier 2 materials, but it's not a lot. People really don't know that, like, you don't actually have a lot of like tier 2 islands. Tier 1 islands is plenty, tier 2 islands is not. So you're gonna be stuck on tier 2 as well. So yeah, additional tier 3 content will be added to the game post-launch in order to set the pace for player progression, both in terms of new content on optimal difficulty. Yep. So yeah, basically it's tier 3 on release, right? I mean like, I already know anyway. Steam achievement, yeah, whatever. Character voice selection. Character voice selection is like the one that like I have a video on about like the 4 character choice. What's the name? Every class has like, 4 like voice option. So you can see what it is basically. No Tashi, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome, dude. Back, there is a new update. Yep, new update. So yeah, Korean voiceover DLC option. Is this paid for or something here? Is this paid? DLC, boy. Obtainable in a free Steam DLC pack. Korean server will not be available. Ooh. Well, I guess it's fine. Voiceover is like what we want anyway, right? So yeah. Freddy, man, thank you for the resub, dude. 4 months. No homo. Yeah, I love you too, bro. No homo. No gauge. Can't wait to watch the West burn. No scouter for sure, yeah. Scrapper base voice is not good, but I mean like that's like subjective, right? So yeah. Voice say Brel Shaza? Oh, that is true actually. What will the Korean voice say? They would say Abrel shoot, right? At least that's the Korean voice. Unless they change it. That is true actually. We will see. Okay, during beta, we gathered lots of feedback from players about the early game experience. While we want to continue to improve the first-time experience for new players, one of the changes we made before launch is that number of cutscenes. With the experience, some people... Wait, what? Are now skippable. Oh! Okay, that's good actually. This is good. So normally, the first time you go through the story, you cannot skip cutscene. But not everyone cares about the story. So now you can skip it. And that's pretty good, I guess, Pretty good, pretty good. Even the first time you play through them, whether you got your filler story during the beta or just wanted powering through the end game, this will save you a little bit of time if you wish. Yeah, this is not bad actually. Depending on like how much you can skip, you can save like maybe 30 minutes to like 1 hour. So yeah. Balance tweaks or pacing of the game. Another huge point of feedback that we received during closed beta test was that many players felt like some of the game's pacing and gearing was not quite challenging enough. That's because you have tier 1. You don't put tier 2. If there is tier 2 on like beta, people would know. But yeah, tier 1 is easy gearing. You just like breeze through it. Work with to make balance changes to combat this. While it won't slow you down early on, the end game content will prove a bit more challenging for players. We'll touch on this later, I guess. Later on. Yeah, character customization question. What are character stronghold guild naming restriction? Oh, this is restriction I guess. Wait, this is like character? Special character is not there. Capital letter other than the first letter of the name. Capitalized letters other than. So you can only have one capital letter then on the start. So it's just like beta then. They said it's a mistake. It's not a mistake then. It's just like the beta. So you can't have like this. So yeah. And there is no Roman numerals, no nothing as well. So yeah. Well, that sucks, I guess, yeah. Do we breeze through tier 1 and tier 2? You do not breeze tier 2. I can tell you right now, you do not breeze through tier 2. You will breeze through tier 1 though if you know what you're doing, because islands. How does character name reserve deletion work? How long after I delete character do I need to just play character or just character again? Complete the character creation process will reserve the name when the character names are not automatically released again after character deletion. Releasing name for reuse is a manual process that we will likely run at some point in the future, but it's not something we actually start doing in the near future. Yeah, this is what they stated before. Basically, you cannot just make a character to save your name. Basically. So yeah, because when you delete it, you cannot retake that name right away. It will be available at some point, but you wouldn't know as well. So yeah. Breeze through tier 1, tier 2 with the patent boost. Yeah, nice patent boost then. It's swipe time, dude. Day 1 boost. What is the minimum maximum number of letters that are allowed? Is this guild name basically? Let's see. Space number and multiple capital letters cannot be used in either guild or character name. Was it the same? I don't remember. I only have one capital on guild name, so I didn't really know on my guild. I guess it might be the same. I mean, it's just guild name anyway, so yeah. Will character voice selection be available at launch? Yes, it will be there. 3 to 4 choices. So yeah, my credit is bad already. Casuals will just not be able to buy anything in the marketplace. Tier 3 people just 10 times their gold income. Yeah, as I said right before. If you're someone that are in tier 3 early, you will be way more rich than like the other people in tier 1, tier 2. That people in tier 3 will single-handedly inflate the market. And then you can't really buy anything. So yeah, but at the start it will be fine. At the start of the release, it will be okay. So yeah, one way to do it right there. Swipe hard do. Yeah, permafuck. It's not permafuck. It's when people like when the norm is at like tier 3, that's when it stabilizes. When the norm is at tier 3. But people that gets there first will be like pretty advantage. Not advantage because of like, you know, like a lot. It's just that like they get like more sources of like income compared to like the other ones. So yeah. Russia Sea Dungeon all over again. Yep. No time for alts. Is it possible to stack Founder's Pack for multiple rewards? Players can buy one of each. We know this already. Basically, you can buy one of each and it does stack. So, yeah. How will you receive Founder Pack content? For what content? This is like, as I said from before, it will be like given on your product inventory, basically. It's gonna be right here. This is where it's gonna be. And you just need to claim it later on whichever character you want it to. You can keep it there or you can keep it the box inside like your inventory. And you can just trade it with your shared storage. So yeah, that's what it is right there. Look at this, what this GM said. I was looking forward to spend the first few weeks focusing on account-wide progression and setting up a good roster of alts. I'm still looking forward to this. There's plenty of time to get to tier 3 and these Mokokosis aren't going to find themselves. Well, I mean, probably, but I think like most people would probably like, as I said, right? It's gonna be like, you know, you're not even in endgame yet because you're not even at tier 3. And then like they will be like kind of like pushed to go to tier 3 rather than chilling on tier 1, tier 2. So yeah. Do we have to pick a main already now? Yep. What did I say before? What did I say? So is it tier 3 at launch? Yes, tier 3 at launch. Doesn't this buff the 3-day head start now? Not necessarily. I think it's still the same, Bef. But yeah, 3-day head start still has like something. So yeah, it does buff it a little bit, but it's not like that big of a thing. So yeah. What happens if your guild leader doesn't log on for weeks? You can basically like replace him. Will players be able to get content rewards from events that are occurring in Russia? No, right? Some of this item may appear in our version of the game for various events. Yeah, it can appear in the future, I guess. Like the current event that is happening in KR. If people want the katana for Berserker, or if people want like the war axe for Destroyer. It might be there, maybe not. The endgame font type cannot be changed. However, the font size and text size can be changed. This is just whatever. I mean, like, our problem is always the type anyway. The font type is always like, question mark. So yeah, Black Panic, take over the follow, man. Welcome, dude. In the case of damage numbers being unreadable on high resolution monitor, there is a known bug that is currently out for a fix. Okay, so it's a bug then. Having roster-based PvP ranking, it can be character-based. We don't have plans for changing for launch, but play feedback in games always will come. I don't think this will happen, because you will just smurf on a different character, You make like 2 scouters, you're a grandmaster on one, and then you smurf the other, while like killing everyone else. So yeah, no. How would you feel? What's your opinion if you put yourself in a new player's shoe? Yeah, I mean, like, I never really liked tier 3 at day 1 anyway, Sneaker. I already say that from the start. Because, like, I'm putting myself if, like, I'm a new player. What am I supposed to do, right? So, yeah, that's basically the plan right there. While we know there is a ton of excitement surrounding launch day information, Register will have more details on their way to you next week. This article will include launch day instruction. A launch server list. Okay, that's good. Information about weekly reset time, the exact server open, and pre-download times, and more. This is good here. People do wanna know this one, right? So yeah, exact server open, and then like weekly reset time. So yeah. Before launch, we also have plans to share additional detail about Lost Ark business model monetization. Additional details. I thought we know this already, but I guess we'll get more. Full launch patch notes. Okay. Some information about what makes the version of the game different other than invasion. There will be a roadmap to share our post-launch plans ahead. Wait, when is this? There will also be a roadmap to share our post-launch plans headed your way once the game is in your hands, so you'll know what to look forward to. So post-launch then. Okay. Yeah, as always, thank you, blah blah blah, see you in Arcasia. And that's the January update, boys. So yeah. Can you go hell today? I need to wake up at 5 a.m. and it's 1:20 right now. Wait, what? As a support, I guess. What the hell? Wait, why SB? Why didn't you say yesterday? Okay, well, that's basically what it is. Tier 3 Atlas, so Selsork skin, got it? I gotta tell you, man, a lot of people will not really actually, like, keep it up on like a sword. So yeah. Dan, dude, thank you for the resub, man. 2 months. Thank you for the 2 months resub. So yeah, I just got news. Oh, I see. Okay, it's just like urgent. I don't know. Ask Cass if Cass is want to. Instead of being too slow with JP, they fucked it with the complete opposite way. JP wasn't that slow anymore once they get tier 3, but yeah. 6 characters, tier 3, week 1. Yeah, I don't know if like he wants to. Yeah, but basically it's tier 3 day 1, right? So yeah, as I said, man, I've said it like 20, 30 times every day. What if it is tier 3 day 1, right? So yeah. What if? And that's why, as I said, make plans for it as well. Because like we know if it's tier 1 what the plan, but what if it's tier 3 day 1? Can you simply do all quests up to Papunica and get around 300 within the first 2 days? How would you get that item level type? You tell me. How would you upgrade through like Burn, Yorn, Papunica, not Papunica, Phaeton, and Rohandel? I wonder how you would do that. How to make Destroyer my main, yeah. Nefarion, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome, dude. For the life of me, I can understand this didn't launch with tier 3 when the game is supposed to be around for years. I mean, like, a lot of people, right? A lot of people like having, like, not a lot of people. The minority of people, this is the veterans basically. They want tier 3 day 1 because, like, that's the content where it is fun, right? But I mean, like, for fresh player, tier 1 and tier 2 is also fun. So yeah. But I guess, like, the veterans get their wishes. And if like a lot of casual players left because of this decision, then, well, I guess that's NAEU then. Russia 2.0. But yeah, doesn't doing quests give you gear? I'm just newest. Yeah, it gives you 302 gear. You need to be 600 though on your. So no, it is not. Unless they change things. If they change things, then yeah. Making 6 Gun Lancer at launch, yeah. Oh, I mean, like, the thing that you take from here is basically, if you are about to main the other 6 classes, you probably can't, not really, because, like, you're already at tier 3, so there will be a lot of investment that you have to, like, waste if you're gonna change your class. Like, let's say, if you wanna change it to Scouter, maybe. So, that's, like, one of it, basically, right? So, sorry, guys, but 15 class, and you pick 15 class, and that's about it. Let's see, what else can we think about it? Yeah, basically you pick your class. already on the 15. If you're on the mainlands, man, you just hope that it comes like next month or something like that. Because if it doesn't come fast, you're gonna be wasting a lot of stuff. So yeah, it's literally like Blizzard releasing WoW and Mythic raid at day one, not letting players gear up towards it. Can you explain how catch-up islands work, by the way? There are islands scattered all around the place. Ignite, basically, you just go over there, right? Do the quest, get the materials, and then you can upgrade more, basically. The catch-up islands is just there to give you extra materials. So yeah, people have documents for it. You just go for it. You look at it. You go over there. You take it, and then you're done. Tier 1 will be good. Because tier 1, you can like breeze through everything. Be mindful that it's only one-time thing though. So it only works on one character. So for example, if you pick one class and then you boost it with like the island catch-up, and then you found out that like, okay, never mind, I don't like this class. You just wasted so many materials. And yeah. And people just say, no, it's okay, you know. Other players can play in tier 1. Yeah, but tier 1, tier 2 is kind of irrelevant right now. When tier 3 is out. This is what veterans don't understand. Like, they don't put themselves in the casual player base. They don't really need to gear tier 1, tier 2, because like everyone, every streamer, every content creator will say that tier 1, tier 2 is irrelevant. Just get to tier 3. But then like getting to tier 3 takes a while. So yeah. I think on the earlier days it will be fine. But I mean like after like a while, it will be like kind of like a question mark. Like let's say you start 1 month from now. Let's say you start 1 month from now, right? If you start 1 month from now, then probably you might not have people to play with. Because like everyone is at tier 3. What about alts? When do I start alts now? Doesn't matter, whenever. So yeah, the earlier the better. Because like as I said, right, by the time tier 3 release, you need to have like multiple character. And if it's tier 3 day 1, then well, you see, you're gonna be busy, boys. So yeah, what's this, Hollow Man? It's so bad, bro. I'm losing my shit. Yep. Summon January update. TT content is at launch. It's limited, so the players will only get their feet wet. But it was made with SGR, so that we can release a bit straight to the game sooner rather than later. They are a unique Power Plus arc and a big draw players. This is the thing, though. There is a bit straight in tier 1. Why can't you just rebalance it and then just like give it right away on like tier 1? And instead, you get tier 3 at launch. So yeah, I understand the reason why. And besides, I already, yeah. So yeah, taking slow route is out of the way. What slow? No, tier 3 day 1. Rip free to play with no boost. So tier 1 2 Abyss Dungeon is irrelevant. There is no reason to upskill. Just take your Chaos Dungeon Gear 302, upgrade it with the materials. You do the Abyss Dungeon for maybe extra gold basically. And then after that you move on to tier 2. So yeah, Rip getting Adventure Tome at all. Tier 3 without all classes, yeah. The main problem, as I said like 20 times basically, is that like we don't have all classes in tier 3. What if we wanna main the other class, right? So yeah. Take your time with the game of getting to tier 3. Yeah, but it's irrelevant, man. No one cares about tier 1, tier 2. You're gonna do Sea Dungeon with heavy armor accessory. Think of it that way basically. Cause tell me now, who's gonna gear up in tier 2? No one will. So yeah, they probably don't wanna do extra work. Yeah, but that's a bit bad though, right? Skipping content entirely makes me feel dirty. So as I said, right, if it's tier 3 on day 1, what are the ways they can do it? They can get Story Express event, but day 1 Story Express or Hyper Express event is like weird. Day 1 boost is also equally weird, so yeah. Saint said that there won't be catch-up mechanics. So if we do island catch-up mechanics, would we get free tier 2 set if gear basically is ready? You do the island catch-up and you get the materials, you upgrade your tier 1 gear into tier 2 entry gear plus 15, right? And then you do the tier 2 Chaos Dungeon. Then you get your tier 2 gear and then you keep upgrading from there on. So yeah. I can make Soul Master final build. Yeah, in tier 3 that is. Probably. Since tier 3 still will be too much copium wishing for more classes. I don't think that will happen. So yeah. Forgot about cards. Yeah, if you are thinking of doing collectibles cards or anything, yeah, it's a no-go right there. Tier 3. Yep, tier 3 Shandamon, tier 3. Need to take some sleep. Yeah, I don't know if Cass is here, but yeah. It's alright, SB man. It's okay. It's okay. Just say on like the channel that like you have like urgent things came up. Do you need to upgrade tier 1, tier 2 to get to tier 3? I'm a bit confused on the whole skipping to tier 3. You need to upgrade through tier 1, tier 2. Basically, there is not really skipping tier 1 to tier 2 unless they give you a tier 3 boost day 1, which is weird because like day 1 release you have boost already. You have to go through tier 1 and tier 2 manually. So yeah. New secret heavy armor tier 2 strat exists. I mean, like, no one's gonna get it for it. No Lancer, no Scouter, no... The 7 classes are not there. So if you wanna main on, like, those 7 classes, well, tough luck, man. You have to sacrifice something. Needs food? Fuck it, I need to get to tier 3. Suck on those. Help me get an account. I would have been fine with tier 2 on launch, cause then people could reach it in 2-3 months, but tier 2 on release, goodbye, casual, free-to-play players, economy. I mean, like, they'll get there. But I mean, like, yeah, economy might not be in a good point at that point. Because, like, the tier 3 players will single-handedly inflate the market. I mean, think of it that way. You earn, like, 80 gold in tier 1 Abyss Dungeon. You earn, like, about 500, 600 in tier 3 Abyss Dungeon. Assuming it is the latest nerf one. What if it's not the latest nerf? Then you get, like, 10, 20 times more gold. Alright, see you, SB, man. Time for you, take over follow, man. Welcome to... How do we go about making alts and making gold now? The answer to that is... You do it on tier 2. So yeah, because on tier 2 you will be gated. On tier 2 you will be gated because of like what's the name? There is not enough island to give you materials to go through, and the amount of materials you have to go through tier 2 is ludicrous material. It's gonna take you a while to get through tier 2. So yeah. And assuming like if there is no catch up mechanic, okay, normally in tier 1, tier 2 there is catch up mechanic, right? For like what's the name? So when you're upgrading, you get 100% chance, right? If there is no catch up mechanic, then it's gonna be even longer for like a tier 2 to be there. So at that point, yeah, you will be stuck on tier 2 for a while. That's why I said even veterans will take like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks to get to like tier 3 maybe. So yeah, maybe like they can make it in 1 week, but that's like super going for it. So yeah. Pure PvPer because I don't have any classes I want to main. I mean, you can still progress to it, Jewer. You know, progress to it as like with a temporary main. But yeah, they adding DirectX 11 on the next post. New question: which class is best without engraving card and skill points? The yeah the economic choice of the classes, right? What do I plan to do now for EU server? I already have my plans, Zekisha. I always said on stream, right? What if it's tier 3 day 1? I already have my plans. That's why like I'm unfazed on this. Alts will help on rushing for tier 3. Yeah, if they are on the same tier, yeah. Alts will help. No catch up, and on tier 3 on release, I'm moving to care. Sure. What happened? What happened is tier 3 day 1 only. So that's what happened. In the old Amazon way, factor 1 thanks to New World. Now, I don't think that's the case, to be honest. This decision could still be good. Asterisk. It could still be good, you know. Don't get me wrong, it could still be good. Because it's good for me, right, and everything. Because it's tier 3 day 1. It's not good for the general player base, though. That's the problem. So, yeah. I guess we will have to see on how it goes. If it would either, like, blow up, or it would either be, like, it would stabilize. So, yeah. Should have came with you a year ago. Sorry, Abyss, man. Want a Chaos Hunter character? There is, like, one more turtle, right? So, yeah. What does this mean for the game? What does this mean for the game? You're moving in, Oni? Sure, bro. Be a roommate with Stoops downstairs. Well, basically, like, what does this mean? What was the question again? What does this mean for the game? It just means that, like, you have, like, so much content, but, like, only a third of them at the end is actually relevant. Which just means this looks like a Final Fantasy, if you think of it that way, basically. You have to go through, like, 24 hours of story, gearing that are irrelevant tier 1, tier 2, until you get to tier 3. And what it means that, like, some casual players won't really, like, even do that. They would just say, like, man, you know, a lot of people quit in the story part of, like, the ARR of, like, Final Fantasy, right? In this one, it's probably the same. I'm still in tier 1 after, like, a week, man. I don't want to play anymore. So, yeah. It's basically what's gonna happen. Why would they buff veterans? We are already addicted to the game. I don't know. I mean, their reasoning is so that, like, they wanna introduce abyss rates, and yeah. But the thing is, like, there is abyss rate in tier 1, tier 2. Some, like, new veterans, not new veterans, by the way, basically new players don't know that there is abyss rate in tier 1, tier 2, but there is. They could have just, like, reintroduced that one, but they didn't. So yeah. The viral video that go all the hype now alike casuals can do shit to keep pace now. No, they can. They can still keep up with their pace. It's just that, like, they're gonna be demanded more, basically. Because, like, everyone is at the end game. Everyone is at tier 3 and you're at the start. So yeah, most people aren't going to be on tier 3 for a while anyway. System stuff are awesome for tier 3. You're not wrong. Tier 3 and everything is where like it's the fun stuff happens, right? And everyone will be in tier 1, tier 2. Here is the thing, right? Here is what I'm gonna say. Here's what I'm gonna say, right? For the newer players right now, the casual players, you guys, if it's at day 1, you're safe, because you will be progressing together, and you'll probably be like get to tier 2 together. Yes, the veterans will get to tier 2, tier 3 earlier, but you're not gonna be far behind. The problem is always the player retention. What about 1 month later? What if like 1 month later there is someone that like rediscover the game and want to play, right? That's the main problem right there. That's like the one thing that are like yeah, it's not exactly like gonna be a good thing, because like then you will not really find like a lot of people to play with, man. Crixus, dude, thank you for the $10, dude. What the fuck? $10, $10. One sec, I have to reopen the thing here. But yeah, that's basically like what it is on the tier 3 and what it means basically. So yeah, Pepega tier 3 donation, one of two. See you next week for more money. More money, Crixus, man, more money. Yeah, well, it's tier 3 day 1, Crixus, nothing we can do about it. The plan is now main to tier 3, then alt. Is my first time here. I don't want to say if this was as before. We make video clip. I was here talking. What would you plan to go from here now? Well, I'll just say that like basically, right, what it was is that like you're gonna get like one character to tier 3 as fast as possible. If you have time, which you probably will, because you might be stuck at some point, you make your alts and you use your alts to basically like funnel it. If it doesn't need to funnel, like for example your main is at tier 2, your alt is at tier 1, right? They cannot funnel the material to tier 2 because they don't get to tier 2 material. You upgrade that alt to tier 2 as well. So yeah, the earlier you get to tier 3, the better off you will be, because you will basically like get like way more gold income. Your resource gets like much higher. So yeah, basically how it is.